Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, home. You found your prom dress as well?
Good.
Good for you. Yeah, but you?
Toshi, I feel like this ice cream is actually bigger than last time.
It's smaller.
No, this is definitely bigger.
You put your coat on. Okay, I can make it smaller if that's what you want.
No. That's not what I'm asking for. I don't think it needs to be smaller. Thank you. Also, the spoon isn't in it. Why is the spoon floating?
I don't know. Why is the spoon floating like this?
I don't know. I don't float spoons. Oh, Toshi, are you gonna feed me ice cream? Is that why this spoon's floating?
Yeah. You know, that's gonna be slowly fitting ice cream. You say you're gonna finish it all, right?
Yeah.
All right. Start.
All right.
Honestly, it would be funny if we could stick. All right. But yeah.
What'd you guys do on Chronicles Café today? We fed Eyeris so much ice cream.
Yep. I didn't. She will actually finish it. She said she would, but I just didn't think it would be as possible. It's larger than her torso.
It's not that bad. Oh, hi, cat.
Yeah, there.
Oh, she's mad. No, my cat. Damn it, she's mad. She's mad she can't get in.
Ooh.
Oh, baby. Oh, did you break in?
Did you break in?
How'd you get in here?
She's the owner of your room, you know? It's not
What
your
the fuck?
room. She lends it to you.
Hi, fat ass. What's up?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. My brother's gonna go on vacation. And I'm gonna be taking care of his cat.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
What's his cat like?
Actually, I used to live with his cat for quite a while, so I'm a little bit used to him. But the thing is that now he's a little bit older and needs more special attention.
Damn it.
But he's
in a couple of days is gonna be 12. She's an old lady.
You know, the good thing is that cats tend to live along.
She's 12.
It's normal for.
She's awesome.
She's awesome. Yeah, Susan's awesome, especially if she does have the fat ass.
Yeah, she's like, I always say this. She's not unhealthy, actually. The doctors say she's perfectly fine. Let me make this clear before I say the words that are going to come out of my mouth. She's 25 pounds.
Oof, that's heavy.
She's a big girl.
Yeah, she's a big cat then.
She's a big baby.
If you stretch her up, does she reach her shoulders?
I can't pick her up. Not because I'm too weak, but if I try to do that, she'll try and kill me.
Oh, okay, I see. My brother cat used to be like 16 pounds around. He's a little heavy. He was chubby, still a big cat and all that. But honestly, you can just grab him and toss him around. He's completely tame. He used to be a little bit wilder before. Like, he did scratch my face once. It was my brother's fault. He squished the tail when I was holding him.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it was on purpose.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at, Stinky? Stinky. Now she's gonna leave. Why are you leaving?
Because she cannot have the ice cream.
Yeah, I do like having my ice cream.
Okay, so yeah, today's topic is gonna be preparing for a session. So
Yay!
We're gonna divide it into 4. What is a regular session? You know, the weekly session for a long or mid-term campaign. What is preparing for a one-shot? What is preparing for an online game, and what is preparing for offline? Something.
I am most familiar with preparing for an online game, so we'll definitely I'll be able to add some stuff there.
All right, that's perfect. But yeah, in general, most of the things here are How to say it? Honestly, not complicated in a sense. Preparing for a session is as complicated as you want it to make, and you probably should make it more complicated the more you need, or the more anxious you are about stuff. Because you want to be ready for when you freeze. That's relative of it. You want to avoid freezing the most that you can. That's all you need for preparing for a session. The rest is extra. So yeah, some things that I'm gonna be talking about are things that I don't do. Some things are things that I do that work for me. But here is the thing: a lot of people say this all the time, and has been repeated all the time. Oh, don't over prepare, or oh, you need to prepare everything. You need to be years and years into making a perfect setting before starting your campaign on the setting. Or there's many things being said off. But honestly, it's dipping in the water and seeing what works for you. That's the relative. If that's a short, we're ending the stream now. But I'm joking.
I think my GM's usual policy is to be at least like he does mostly like 3 sessions ahead. That's as far ahead as or like 3 arcs ahead. He tries not to plan super hard in advance, but he still like prepares enough that there is that wiggle room.
Yeah, so that is a good thing in general, because you do need the wiggle room. The wiggle room is much needed. If you don't have wiggle room, especially when you're starting, it's very common for you to feel frustrated about not seeing that or needing to re-prepare stuff. It's very common that you do something that you're not playing at all in the session. So
right.
In general, yeah, at least you do have to prepare the next session. That is the least. If you have 3 in ahead, it's good because there are weapons that you can still use, or you can put small hints into them when you need them, because this is the thing of preparation. Preparation is not for you to make a line and make things follow the line. Preparation for future is to be able to grab those things in the future and, hey, you know what? This is perfect for this moment now, or I need this. I can use that kind of situation.
I think the general rule of thumb that I like to consider is just have enough prepared that you have room to change your plan if need be, but don't have so much prepared that you feel like your players have to be going down a very straight linear railroad path, or they're gonna explode and they're gonna hate you for it.
And there's actually some players that enjoy the linear path. There's players who enjoy that, but that is the thing with preparation, is that even you're preparing the linear path, you're not preparing it for them to follow what you want. You're preparing it for the linear path to adapt to their needs or what they actually want. Like, if your players hate a certain NPC, oh, believe me, when that NPC pisses them off, they're gonna go ahead and attack them. It's not... It doesn't take a genius to guess what players are gonna do. They're not gonna go suddenly like, you know what, I know I hate him. I know we have been trying to kill him for 10 sessions now. But you know what? This session, I'm actually not gonna try to kill him.
I'm gonna lay off.
No, that's not gonna happen. There is some predictability in your players. There is some. But as much predictability there is some predictability too.
If you're gonna be stupid, you better be tough.
Yeah, basically. Okay. So, how I like to prepare. So I have done many things for preparation. For now, the thing that has worked for me the most, I have this big guideline that I can call it like my campaign model, basically, that I made. Like, after I finished like my first arc of the story, I was like, I feel like we're running too well here, because it was a sandbox campaign, completely sandbox.
Running too well? But you need to put a little wrench in the plan or something?
No. This is not running well, in a sense. It's running not well enough. It's all over the place. Like, it's hard to...
It's lacking organization.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, you know what? I cancel the next few sessions to have more time. I play some board games instead of the sessions, just to keep up the bi-weekly schedule and all that. And then I decided to make this a script, which is more like an adventure model. I gotta say, the script is it's like a guideline, a suggestion. It's not really what is happening. Basically, every paragraph, every 8-line paragraph, is a whole session. In the end, because it is when you get to a paragraph, it's like, oh, there is this NPC doing this thing, and that's all the paragraph says. It's completely open for me to plan a little bit more when the session is near, or to change it up to not using the NPC there and using it on some other place, because it's just a general guideline. And that whole paragraph ends up being basically a whole adventure of just an NPC that being mentioned. Because once I get there, I got more information. Not only my players got more information, I also got more details of how my players are approaching things, and how to make it more naturally investing for them to meet NPCs and all that. So yeah, I have this general guideline, which has helped me a ton, because I honestly sometimes I have gone without really a lot of preparation, because my previous preparation and the guidelines are enough for me to go into that session and get into that. But yeah, we're gonna go now into the more specific for weekly planning. So this for regular planning, I gotta attribute this book, which now it's how do you call, I don't know if it's called open source, Creative Commons. Now it's on Creative Commons. It's called Lazy Game Master's Guide.
Oh, I've never heard of that before, actually.
It's made by Sly Flourish. They had made 2 books about it. There's the Lazy Game Master Guide, and there's the Return of the Lazy Game Master's Guide. The Return is really good. It's a really good book to read. I don't follow it to a line at all, and I think they're all over optimistic about it, because they say, oh, if you follow this guideline, it'll take you 30 minutes for planning for your whole session.
30 minutes session prep sounds absolutely insane.
Yeah, and I get to that guideline, and I'm like, I have been spending 2 hours, and I feel like I was barely like scratching the done, you know, like it's done, but I could do more still. And
it's that want to do extra.
Yeah. So in the end, the ideas are really good. The ideas on what to keep in mind and all that, because in the end, a lot of things for planning is more thinking than actually writing it. More the ideas you have in your head, and they're easy to flex around and change as they are, than instead of having just a script text that you read out loud. Because that is the thing. You can, if you know that there's gonna be like this big speech, and you can write the speech beforehand. But if you're playing every single interaction with an NPC to be like the first interaction the NPC has, like saying this thing, it's not gonna happen. That is my issue with Avengers models. Like, be prepared to for those read out loud moments to be changed. So pre-read them. Don't just read them out loud, because they're gonna change. You never know when players are gonna go like, oh, you get to the store, and the man behind it wearing his Google glasses lift them up, and the player goes like, I shoot him. What the? Why? I want those goggles.
They're my goggles now.
They're my goggles. Then you look at your script, and the man wearing the goggles, even if he dodges, if the arrow misses or not, whatever happens, is not gonna see saying like, welcome adventurers, I'm glad that you're here.
No, he's gonna be like, what the fuck, man? what you try and steal my shit? You just try and mug me?
Jesus Christ, I have spurs, you know? You can just have one of those.
I have kids! What do you want me to tell? A little kid, like, pops out from around the corner. Daddy! Why'd that tiefling try to steal your glasses?
Does he has eye problems?
It's okay, Mr. Tiefling can help you. My daddy makes the best glasses. You're gonna mug me in front of my kids.
Just
I have
guilt
a
trip your players.
5-year-old.
Yeah, guilt trip your players. Yeah, do that. They deserve it. If they pull that shit, they deserve it.
Your players deserve to be guilted.
No, but yeah, in general, that's the thing with scripts. You, of course, that big speech or whatever might happen, but that is the thing. Be prepared for them to change. That's one of the things. But yeah, going into what is this document, I'm gonna add the link here because now, as I said before, it's now in Creative Commons. They the guy that wrote it said like, you know what? Let's make this Creative Commons. Let's make this something that anyone has access to now. And they have added a lot of stuff more. And there is... Let me just share the screen a little bit. Where is it? And no, not that. Let's see. I know how to stream. I didn't forget how to stream. I swear I did. Alright. Go with capture. There we go. Let's just make it smaller. Way smaller. Alright. Yeah, so this is there is a book. There is we can just literally Google it. There's the Lazy Game Master Guide. This is the book, and there's the return. And they have like this 8-step of preparation. This is the main thing of the return, and that's what made it good for me. And let's go. Wait. Oh, sorry. I have too many tabs open. I should close those. All right. So over this, they have now more than the 8 steps. They have the lazy preparation process, examples of strong stats, creating secrets and clues, and this is all obviously for D&D related, directly for D&D 5e. But a lot of things applies to everyone, especially the eight steps. Building RPGs, session zeros checklist, safety tools, connecting characters, spiral. Quest templates, tools for 5e improvisation, blah 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 blah. There's random tables.
Would you say this would be something that you would recommend new GMs check out and pick up?
I definitely recommend new game masters to read the 8-step preparation, and if they're gonna be specifically for 5e, to read as much as they can. At least the 8-step of preparation. There's a lot of advice. The rest is for more specific for D&D. And grab the random tables, because random tables, this is something that I'm gonna say for preparation. It's always nice to have. I'm gonna say this directly. Random encounters exist to make more time for you to prepare for when players do shit that you're not ready for.
Okay.
When a player goes like, oh, you know what? Let's enter that cave. And it's like, what cave? Yeah, the cave you talk about like on this book 10 sessions ago. It's like, oh shit, I forgot about that fucking cave. You know what? Yeah, let's go to the cave. Outside the cave, there is rolls dice. Okay. There isn't a storm. Oh yeah, there are elementals outside the cave. Now you need to fight them, and they spend the last of the session fighting them. And you know that was your session, and you get the next session to prepare the cave. Game Master secrets. Use random tables. Use random encounters for stalling. So yeah, and. Oh yeah, the other thing is that this is not need to be said. There is a reason that a lot of game masters like get teased over it. Names. But have a random name list. Preferably 2, at least one for female and one for male names. Or just have a lot of androgynous names in your list. So you can't toss those names around. It's way common to have a lot of names. At this moment, my current campaign has more than 300 names, characters.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I keep adding them.
I'm trying to think if mine has that many. What the what? Does my Deadlands game even come close to 300?
Well, Deadlands has a lot of Deadlands, you know, it's not a lot of living people there. And it's a lot of exploration, a lot of traveling in my campaign right now. It's a lot of going to different countries, different cities, different
I don't think we break 100.
And it has been going over, I think it's going over 7 years now, my campaign.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit older than ours. I think this year is going to be year 4 for us.
Huh, what?
It's probably going to be year 4
that's
for
actually
us.
long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me actually see. Let me open up the server here. No, we're actually 5 years.
Oh, that's long. Yeah, but let's say I made a mistake to introduce too many NPCs sometimes. Like, I think that around at least half of them was from the first 2 years. But yeah, in general is that yeah, I'm gonna continue with the session preparation. I'm gonna go a little bit over the 8 steps, or how I understand them and remember them. I'm not gonna go specific. I'm glad that they're Creative Commons, because I don't need to. I can't stream them.
I'll touch a little bit when we get to certain sections about good practices for getting ready for session for players too, because it is important, players, to actually prep ahead of time. You need to be ready to play.
Oh,
don't come in half-cocked.
Oh yeah.
Don't be like me in my one game where I keep forgetting to level myself up, and the GM has to grab me by the shoulders at some point and go, Iris, either you level up or we're not playing next week.
Yep. Yeah. Honestly, if the player doesn't level up, they keep their level. That's how it works. They keep their level with me. They're not leveling up during the session. They have to come with the character figure out. But yeah, first is, yes, the game master has to review the characters, and you have to constantly keep reviewing them. They get a new skill, they level up. You wanna know what that new skill does. There is no surprise in the game master. Any surprise in the game master kind of situation, from with skills, abilities, or anything about that, it can throw you off as a game master, and you have to prepare for that. It's better to be ready for skills, and to, instead of be thinking like, is that possible, or let me see how that looks. It's better to be surely like, oh, that's cool, yeah, let's go with that, you know. So it's better to be a little bit more aware, at least, of what the characters can do, instead of being like, what do you mean you can dodge fireballs? Every fireball? Every turn? That's bullshit. Let me rate that. You don't want to be that game master. First of all, I feel like that's something cheated to say to your players in general. Second,
give me that shit.
Yeah.
Give me that shit. Let me see your sheet. Fucking loser. What are you doing? Cheating? You cheating?
You shitting me? You shitting me?
You cheating at this group social interaction?
But yeah, do read your character, also because it is a good way when they are new usually the game master is the one that knows the rule the best. It's better to be the one that knows them, and if there are new players, to be like, oh, you can actually do this and this too, instead of not only waiting. Like, you can actually give advice a little bit on what more they can do if the player is like tumbling their fingers, not knowing what to do. or do it, because there's a lot of things you can do. I'm not gonna. However you handle it is fine in a sense. It's because it's how you handle it and how you have learned to handle it. But I have gone through different things where hurrying up players, pushing them into, oh, you know what? Then you're doing the dodge action. We don't have an action ready, because time is important. So, however, what works on your table works on your table. But I do think that it's better to give ideas and support players for them to feel more welcome, especially when they are on that shy step of their TTRPG life. But if the motherfucker has been playing for 10 years and they should know the rules better than you, you know, they should know the rules better than you. But yeah, because it's also not fair. As Eyeris says, it's better for it's good for players to plan for a session and not leave everything to the game master, in a sense. The other thing is, for the 8 steps, prepare and a strong start. What is a strong start? This is you never know how a session is gonna go, but you always know how the previous session ended. So part of this is something that I will add to here. Try to end the sessions either on cliffhangers or after a player takes a decision, whenever they go left or right on a roadway, for example. Like don't set up the okay, and strats appear, end session. It's a good cliffhanger, but you don't know if you're in your writing is that strat is either gonna become an ally or an enemy, and you don't know if it's gonna become an ally or an enemy. I think it's better to go along, roleplay, and figure out if they're gonna be fighting strat or if they're gonna be romancing strat. So it's good to have that, so you can have this strong start of when you end the session, you can actually decide like, oh, you know what, Strat is gonna actually show you his cool mech that he's gonna let you ride, or Strat is actually gonna pull off the mech and it lands, it cracks the earth, and you start with that description. You basically start that engagement for players to jump at and be like trying to be engaging, instead of like, so guys, what are you gonna do this session today? It can happen, it can work, but it will make a good loss of time. You will definitely lose some time on while people figure that out. Okay, this is one of the good advice. Potential scenes. They recommend in general 6. I recommend 3. Plan 3 potential scenes at least that may happen during the session. If we're talking about Strahd, maybe they're gonna go around the castle, maybe they're gonna go outside, maybe they're gonna go into a temple to get a lot of holy water. You know what? Outline them. Say what's this, write on a card, temple, write on a card a little bit of the castle, details, the smells, what might they find inside, a team, just general and outline, so you can on the session pull those cards out and just read them for yourself and start to describe from there. More like a on-jump preparation than instead of having the full-on description. 6 scenes is good because the reality is that it's very unlikely that players are gonna go through 6 scenes. What is in a scene? And a scene is not only combat, a scene can be just talking, but you never know when they are just gonna go rambling and talking, and that might be one scene might be the whole session. Especially with big combats, the whole session might be just a big combat. Like, it's not uncommon, especially when there's big boss fight. Like my previous 2 sessions was a single big long combat, so we were basically 8 hours into combat, just because it was a really important boss for the session. But before that, we've spent like 2-3 sessions without any damn combat. And it's common. You never know what's actually gonna happen, how they're gonna fight, if not. But you kind of have an understanding of the surroundings. You kind of have an understanding if there's a cave around, if there is a castle, and if in your plans they're gonna meet a paladin and the paladin is gonna suggest them to go to this dungeon, maybe they won't go, but at least have the outline around it of what will happen. And this goes along with the scenes, is defining secret clues, locations, and important NPCs. This goes along with the potential scenes. In general, is have every scene, or at least every second scene, have a potential secret or clue that might guide to another scene, or that might guide to the general plot. You want to always keep stuff revealing. You don't want players to be stopped by something. Maybe for now, if you don't have a big idea of it, maybe they find just a name, a group, of a god, or something, and they, I know something about it? No, but you maybe know this specialist, or this library, or this place that might have information about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they might not go there. My players didn't go. Figure out they have more important things at the press moment, but they didn't. I want to know. I want to think that they didn't feel like, oh, you know what, we were stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Now with fantastic locations, this goes along more of describing the scene, like, oh, is it sunrise? Is it is the window? Is there how do you call it? I forgot how to call it, but the window art that some churches has.
Stained glass.
Oh, is the window stained glass? What's the art around? Just go a little bit onto the description to make it more in depth. You might not say it. It's just a general card with information that you might pull or not pull to be a little bit more descriptive and open about it. Smells and anything that for you feels more about it. The other is outline important NPCs. Not every scene has important NPCs. So, but I do suggest that if you're adding players to a new scene, to outline at least, oh, who is the leader of the tribe on the cave? Oh, who is gonna be the paladin that we're talking about? Write a name for them, write a little bit of description, a little bit of the personality, just in general, 4-6 word description. And that's really it. In general, if you want to go more descriptive about it, feel free. But in general, just having like, oh, he's a bit of a pushover, or oh, he is, somebody that really has a stick on their ass. That's a lot that you can go with the personality. You don't have to think hard about it. You just have to, oh, how would somebody that has a stick on their ass lack in this moment? Yeah, he'll probably be pissed about this. Yeah, he won't like that he was shot on the head. The last one, I don't put it on the cards because relevant monsters are not necessarily gonna happen. Same with magic rewards. Not every scene has monsters or rewards. But yeah, if you have a scene with monsters, have at least, oh, there are gonna be dragons inside the cave, or draconic type creatures. Oh, they're gonna be a barrel-like creatures there. Just having general as the easy team, and you can maybe pull it from a book or a random table that you built before. Again, this is not a general campaign planning. This is session planning, so for now, I'm considering that you already have your campaign planning. Then is magic rewards. Everybody loves the random table. But if it's possible, roll it beforehand, for example, if you're gonna go with random rewards. Because on that way, when you're already on the session, maybe you give that magic item to the NPC that they're gonna be using to fight the players. It's way cooler to steal their items than, oh, look, there is this OP sword that they never use on this chest. Huh. Alright, I'm taking it. Cool. And also in general, you are more open to, you know what, that magic item doesn't make sense right now. Or you have more time to create your own magic item, stuff like that. And yeah, that is basically the 8 steps that they have here for the DM. And that is what I consider for a regular session planning.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Iris, you want to go over a little bit more of player preparation?
Oh yeah. So basically, also hi Pine. Basically, when I think about what I'm getting ready to do and what I try and run through for preparation, I'm a pretty heavy RP centric, roleplay centric sort of player. So a lot of what I do is get in the mood for whatever I'm doing. So I have a lot of focus on getting myself in the right mindset. I listen to music that reminds me of what's going on in the campaign before I even start getting near time. But the other thing that I do that's really important is I make sure that my notes are all together. I make sure my character sheet is up to date, which I am very bad at doing lately. I'm so sorry, GM. I know you're probably watching this. I'm really sorry. And then I also check in with people if there's stuff that we have planned for the session ahead. I know in our One Piece game, occasionally I'll grab somebody and be like, we're going to do something tonight. And they're like, what are we doing? And I'm like, well, figure it out.
Figure it out. Honestly, that is something that I try to keep my players to have at the beginning, at least, of the session, because my players don't do it a lot at all, and even when I have tried, it doesn't happen. So the start of my session is literally the recap and the whole like, okay, so let's see, what were your goals from the previous session? Okay, yeah, what were you planning to do? What were you doing? You know, going along all that, like, because even if they decide what they were gonna do at the end of the session, it's easy for them to forget. So it's good, like, oh yeah, we were gonna go and kill this dude. Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright. That's something I have at the beginning of the session. But yeah, it's a good thing to be prepared on. Like, it goes... It is a stagger when players are like, okay, so this is why we start, and how you reacting to this? Wait, weren't we on a ship? No. Remember, we were on the desert.
Do you do session recaps?
Yeah, I do session recaps.
That's what we usually do.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, one of our players does the Dragon Ball Z and like
previously,
like narrator voice. Yeah.
Previously
on. Yeah. It's the highlight of my life. I wish I could. I wish I could do like an announcer voice. I don't have like an announcer voice.
You can get one. You can practice one.
No. I could probably hold on. Can I use my? I can do a customer service voice. Hold up. Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
There you go.
Thank you. I use this customer service voice when I'm at work. It's completely different from the way that I usually talk, but it seems to ease people. Puts them at gentle ease.
It puts me off.
You know, that's not the first time that's been said. What was it? There was there's this voice, customer service Eyeris, seems to put people off, and then the other one that puts people off is when I do like a Valley Girl accent. When I do a Valley Girl accent, that like really trips people up, and you know, it's like so weird that it just makes so many people uncomfortable. Like I don't even understand.
It's just funny for me, that one, because for me it's like being a cartoon voice for me. Not a real voice. But yeah, the customer service one, for me, it brings me the sense of please don't ask me if you can help me. Please don't ask me you can help me. I just keep grossing. Please don't ask me you can help me.
Toshi, do you happen to need help with anything today? Is there anything I can assist you with?
No. Thank you.
Sure? Okay, well, I'm gonna be right over here if you need me.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I hate that. I know some people like that. customer
What,
voice.
people with customer service voice?
Yeah, but some people like the, oh, can I help you with something? Oh yeah, I was wondering if you have this, and they wait for somebody to ask them stuff. I know that there are people like that.
I don't think I've ever quite run into people like that.
Really?
I don't think I've ever run into somebody who's like really gung-ho about customer service voice.
Interesting. I just think it's interesting. Okay. But, yeah. No, again, I do think it's a good recap summary of what happened 2 weeks ago, definitely. Fine said.
How do you prepare yourself for potentially derailing the party? Oh, this is where I shine. Anyway, I have derailed so many campaigns, it's not even funny. I don't think that's a good thing necessarily. Let me be clear about that. That's probably not like a good thing that you want to do consistently. But mentally preparing for derailing campaign is quite simple. If I am planning on derailing campaign somehow, or I just slip into it, the best mindset to be in is fuck it, we ball. If you're gonna be stupid, you better be tough. If you're gonna split the party 3 ways on accident, you better be tough about it.
You better be ready to deal with the consequences.
You better be prepared to deal with the consequences of your actions, because if you are not, oh boy, you're in for a world of hurt. I have derailed so many campaigns. I made an entire villain into, like, party's most valuable asset on accident, because I brought him back to life.
What the...
I once got involved in a terrorist organization in a game because they made some good points.
They made some good points. They started to make sense.
They did make sense. They made perfect sense. And I was in character. I was like, yeah, no, that makes total sense. I'm here. Yeah, I'm in, actually.
I blame the game master for that one, you know?
Ask if they're ready for the consequences? Yes. You ask.
I always like to put my players in those situations where, you know, where the where the villain is morally gray. And it's like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you take possession of their minds for like a month to force them to train. But yeah, you know, people are too weak and they're dying all the time over monsters. And it's only a month. Not the worst thing in the world.
It's the way that I look at it is a good GM can adapt to what you're doing. Now, derailing a campaign completely and just deciding, fuck what you've got going on, that's a different story. But if you're going at it with the idea of, hey, this is the only way that makes sense for me to take this campaign, then yeah, fine, go for it. Just be careful about what you're doing. If you do something too much and you completely fuck up everything that's been planned and not in like a salvageable way, then you're kind of the asshole player. But if you go about it in a way where the GM's okay with it, you're okay with it, and you kind of talk about it a little bit with the party, usually you'll be okay. Usually things will be fine.
Oh, that's kind of true. In general, I gotta say this directly, especially because you did talk a little bit about your party Pine. Pine party, they are the bad guys, Eyeris, at this point. They are like, oh yeah, I think one day they're gonna go like, wait, all this time we were the bad guys?
Oh man, I was the problem.
Yeah. They are literally making deals with this big devil deity, and they're like, oh nice, and they're literally mutating them because of the deals and stuff like that. Someone's turning into a monster. There's a lot of shit going on. But in general, there is only one way for preparing for big derails. Try to become in your mind the cheerleader of your party, in a sense. Try to see them from their perspective, in a sense, and be like, oh, you know what? That's cool. Let's go with that. Because at the end of the day, the players are the one that make the choices, and you make the consequences, and that's fine. You are gonna make the consequences, but you gotta make peace with making the consequences big and enjoyable. So just enjoy it, let it go, and in a sense, the thing that you have prepared might be something that you will be able to use or use against your players if that was their choice. No, they killed the king. Well, instead of the big war where they fight with the army of the king to fight the demons, well, start to get ready to make the big war where they fight with the demons against the big army of the king. Like, everything has a sense, everything has a use. Just those things that you make still can be used, just a little bit different. And you have to accept that there is literally, and this is the big thing about what puts me against people that say that, oh, you have to prepare 20 years ahead and you have to prepare every single thing, because fucked up stuff is gonna happen. Things that you are not ready for are gonna happen. So you have to be ready to not be ready for stuff. That's why also on my previous advice, a lot of it was like, oh, just make loose descriptions of stuff. Because if you have this 5 session ahead prepare for this cave with this dragon and stuff, and you're playing the fight and you already have that fight planned 5 sessions ago, but then you 3 sessions after, and still 2 sessions away from the dragon, they are like, you know what? I want to have a dragon. We're gonna go adventuring to find a gift to give to the dragon to make it our friend, or look for a way to steal the egg. You know, in a way, it's like there's a lot of things that may happen that it's not gonna necessarily be that fight. So having a loose description allows you to not be on your own mind like, oh no, but I have this cool fight in my head planned, and now it's not gonna happen because they're gonna run away. They're left.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so this is more like, oh, if you have traveled yourself on, and this is something that happened to me. It's not something that, oh, if you have traveled yourself. No, I have had trouble with this, and now I'm better with dealing with it. But if you yourself had trouble with accepting, not using the material that you have prepared, definitely start to prepare a little bit less, and make yourself ready to have those such things done on their own. Like for example, one of the things I do is like, oh, you know what? I didn't actually prepare for this NPC to be a fight, but I have these loose sheets that are like general stat sheets, and I just put a stamp on it. Change maybe the HP a little bit higher because it's a boss fight, or more important, or even a little bit lower if it's less important. Give it some random special abilities that I just on top of my head. That's a fight. That's something that you can have ready on the session, because one thing that I do when I ask my players to roll initiative is that they adjust who goes first and who goes last. And while they do that, I pull out the sheets for the NPCs and then I roll them, giving me a little bit more of extra time for me to get the combat ready. And I say this for combat, but it may happen to anything. Again, that NPC that is just something that's like a crafter and they got shoot because they want their goggles. It happens. You have told me literally has happened to you, Pine. So there is literally nothing specific unless you prepare like 10 hours for every possible thing that may happen, which is gonna be just burnout. I definitely don't recommend it. Alright. Anything more for regular session planning? We do move to one shot. I sum it up. What did I miss? Just in general, the short out is prepare loosely for sessions, so you can have things ready at the moment. Like, don't prepare a combat, prepare an NPC. So if you have trouble, like, if you have trouble with like focusing out of what your plans already are, make your plans more loose. If you don't have trouble with that, honestly, plan a set as much as you need. But yeah, okay. I think we can move now to preparing for a one shot. So, preparing for a one shot is a little bit more complex. Why is more complex? One shots themselves are kind of linear. You can make one shots open, but if you want it to actually be a one shot, it's gonna be linear. It's kind of surprising how often my real life party makes very random bandits. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the previous episode.
Oh my god, the bandit story?
Yeah, the bandit story. There's a bandit story in the previous episode. 100% watch it, Pine. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. There is a bandit story about NPCs making friends with the bandits that they were trying to hunt and not realizing that they were bandits. And then being betrayed by the bandits. And Prey's being like, what the fuck, dude? Why do you do that?
Why would you do that to us? I don't know, use your brains!
I love that story. But definitely watch it. It's a very, very fun story. I fucking love it. I still have the link for it. But yeah, okay. Why would shady people betray us? Yeah, exactly. They were like, oh yeah, they have scars, tattoos, these weapons. You have not seen other people, but these dudes with weapons. That they seem to use weapons, you know? Yeah. Okay, so moving a little bit away from this. The team with session planning. One-shot planning includes one thing, adventure planning. You can either read a small adventure, there are a lot of one-shots that you can read. Definitely read them fully. For a one-shot, you have to have every single thing ready. You have to have a beginning to an end, a step-by-step plan. If players don't follow it, it's your job to put them back into your world for any reason. Maybe they killed the important NPC and somebody is like, oh, thank you, you killed the doppelganger. Nice. I don't know. It can go however, but this is the thing, is that one-shots need to be linear if you want them to be a one-shot. If you're okay with them derailing enough and then being a multiple session thing, of course, that doesn't apply. But in general, yeah, I have not found a way for one-shots to not be linear and keeping them on a single session. So, again, the thing with one-shots is that you have to have all the story ready, all the story read, all the NPCs ready, all their stats ready, everything is, assuming that everything's gonna happen, and do your best reading the character sheet to make them fall into better hooks, and so into better, like, oh, you know what, the adventure here says they're not gonna give you money. No, don't do that. Like, oh, I don't want to do it for money. You know what, the bandits also kidnapped your girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. Shit. Your father. Well, I'm an orphan. Damn it, everyone's an orphan now. They have they call you not cool. How dare you not call me not cool? I'm the edgiest cool guy in the world. I don't know. Just figure out in general to make it interesting for them to be involved. I do ask my players to, hey, on this is a one shot, I want to end a single one shot. Make your character to go along this kind of stuff. Oh, but my character won't do that. Then make a character that goes along that. You can ask that of your players. You can literally ask your players, hey, don't make an evil guy on my Holy Warriors one shot. You can make it also on a regular session, but a one shot is completely fair to do it. It's like, don't feel like you're being too strict. It's to keep the timeline. All right. So what is session planning as a one-shot planning for me? not long ago, and actually Iris participated in the session 0 for this one. Always include session 0 for planning. Is this? I created this document on Obsidian, which I now have on a website that I'm gonna show, which is the whole adventure. When I'm starting a go with, this is my general description that I gave my players around what was gonna happen. I give them a small summary of who was the villain, of what is gonna happen, that they're gonna be adventuring to some different places, that they're not gonna be staying on the same place, that eventually there's gonna be some sort of betrayal around. That goes along also with the name of this. This is called the Madness of the Usurper. That's the name I gave for this one shot. And I made this is the general description that I started with, and then I divided into the general chapters. And this is my real preparation that I had for it, because this is the part where you will see the scenes and stuff. And if the players that play it there are still here, or are here around, they will see that not all scenes that I added to the one shot are accounted for, because I did add some scenes, and not everything went along with the description, and I'm not gonna go reading it. But if you see here, I have this. So I have places, a small description of the place of what is the Heaven Kingdom, what is the Kingdom of the Broken Wing, what is the Healer Institute of Clay, what is the City of Clay. And this kingdom, the City of Clay, is part of the Heaven Kingdom, and it has the Institute of Kingdom of Clay, which they travel from the Broken Wing Kingdom to find a sick prince after their parent was murdered, and there was suspicious of assassins being thrown to be against the prince, so for somebody to take the throne. So then I went and created the characters. And if you see here, I have Broken Wing.
You had a lot of shit ready.
Yes, I prepared everything for that one shot. It went great. It went 9 hours.
I still wish I had the chance. I really wish I had the chance.
It went 9 hours for both, in different ways. You know, on the first group, it went 9 hours straight. The second group was like, okay, we're ending the session here, but we are just missing the epilogue. And since I didn't want to make the epilogue 30 minutes, I added a lot of shit to the epilogue for them to be a whole session for them. So the epilogue was longer and more intense, in a sense. But yeah, right. I have this like Chris Layman. Oh, it's the rich monk, leader of the Institute of Clay. You can see here the links. So this is the thing I like about Obsidian, is that it allows me to jump around and see how things are related. And I have all the characters. I also had images that I'm not showing on stream, and I removed the images to be able to show this on stream, because I gotta say this. I just randomly searched for images on Google, and I don't even remember who made them. And I'm not gonna.
You don't have the credits.
I don't even have the credits, so I'm not gonna be showing them. But I have them ready, and it was a personal game. It was nothing professional. I think it's fine to just use random Google images. You are not. I'm not gonna pay art for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 characters. For something that I'm gonna run once. So yeah, so there's all the characters, the king, everyone, and all of them have images referring to them to help me also describe them. And also the images help you not only describe them, it also helps you it also helps you, to think about more of the personality. If somebody looks sad, you can act a little bit more darkish around them. This is the whole backwards thinking of, instead of making the character fit the art, make it the art for the character, make the character fit the art. And it helps you along into thinking a little bit less on details. So if we go along with chapters, this is the actual planning. And I actually am gonna share this link. I gotta say, this has my scene that I do a lot of times that I don't I release a lot of things without editing. So this one has not gone through editing, and I'm not gonna edit it. I'm not gonna put the effort on it. This is was never meant to be released. But you know, I think it's a good topic, and it's a good way to show of what it can happen on a session preparation. And of course, this is something that I over prepare. This is more preparation that I would normally go for, but this was also my first time game mastering in English, and I didn't want to have the issues. I didn't want to have a lot of.
Oh yeah, that was.
I
almost forgot that that's what you were doing.
Yeah. So the less I have on my mind is the best, and having things prepared, having things around, allows me to be more free on my head. And this is something that I actually like about Cypher system. When we finally go to over the system of how that actually helps game master and why the system was made for game masters. But yeah,
I think that like when we get down to it, we'll have a really fun time actually talking about some of the systems that we've done. I can't wait until I get to force everybody to listen to how to play Warhammer tabletop.
I very much look forward to Warhammer tabletop.
I'm so excited to do it. I can't wait.
I know very little about the tabletop, but I know enough about the lore now to be like, oh, that's cool. And be genuine about it.
Warhammer's so much fun. Warhammer's so much fun. You just have to I think the thing about it is you have to go into it with a pretty open mind, and you have to be willing to really bear with some crunch, because the systems are, unless you're playing Wrath and Glory specifically, the systems are so crunchy. It's like biting a fucking granola bar. It's so crunchy.
The thing I love about crunchy systems more than in session is the whole crafting of the character, the whole going along with it. It's very fun. It's a very nice feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I love the pleasure in playing, but in general, like going along the place, oh, I can do that and they can do that, and oh, there's that, oh, this is gonna be so cool. Just that whole excitement gets me along. But yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit over the chapters just to see a general preparation, because one thing I can show here, because I did make maps, and I can show those because I made those. And first of all, I prepare some audios already for me to be just click, play audio for every scene. This is part of what I was telling about before the scenes planning. Is that, oh, this is chapter 1. Entering scene is these are the entering for the session. Like just talking a little bit. And then there is the when they get to me the console, I switch it to this music, and then it's just me going here and clicking. Instead of going along and searching for the music, I already have the music ready. If you don't play music, it's fine. Some sessions go along without playing music. Honestly, on my lab sessions, I have forgotten to put music at all a lot of times recently. And it's going...
A lot of what I do for music, while we do usually have BGM going, I like to make little character playlists, and then I listen to those during session.
I love those. I love those. I have done it before on an online game. I have not done it for my current players. I should probably ask my current players on my live games to do it. I
love character playlists. I think my biggest one right now is still one of my Warhammer ones, and that one's at like over 200 songs.
What the heck? That's a lot.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me go check it. Playlist.
Just going along, what character playlists are basically theme songs. Think about it, what theme songs would be for a character in a sense. Like what song bias with either the personality, their look, or anything about your character, or even if it's just a general vibe.
Lied.
You lied?
It's not just over 200, it's 290.
Holy, it's almost 300.
Yay!
Get them more 300. Get it. Just 10 more.
my psyker is my baby. She's my baby. I love her very much.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I love Plex.
You probably have more songs and sessions run on that character. Remember, if it's a weekly game, it has to be a 6-year game to be 300. a year is 52 sessions of a weekly game. 54, sorry.
How do you know that it wasn't that long? It was a really long campaign. I'm actually not sure of the exact amount, but it was a really long campaign.
Damn. I mean, it has to be long. 300 is a lot. But yeah, going a little bit over the list back for the chapter. So yes, I have the audio, the music here at the beginning. I did have some narration prepared, and this goes a little bit against what I said before. But again, this was my first time getting master in English, so having just some text to read out loud did help me itself over getting over the nervousness of it. And I did switch of the text. Like, I didn't read some of this text. It did happen. But it did help me on things that they were planning to say and all that. Then I prepared this mini map, which was like, oh, this is a one shot. This is where like the travel spots are, because I just want to give a random option. And this is just sort of like a random bless you.
Thank you.
And this is, if you see here, it's just the two cities of where they're going. The Broken Wing City and the City of Clay where they're traveling, and it's just a general forest and a general pathway to the mountains. I also added this big hole here. It has lore implications there that they could have asked about and stuff like that. And yeah, that's really it. It's just, hey, this is the chapter 1. Literally has nothing. It's just the introduction, it's just the hook. Get there, get to the city. I gave them a cards and stuff so them to be traveling more easy and to enforce the players more into the idea of going there. I did have on my head plans if the players said, you know what, something suspicious here, when I'm gonna go there and what's gonna happen. Because you never know what players are gonna do. But
right.
Nobody went against the idea or went far again with something else. Then we go into chapter 2, which has basically everything else. Basically the rest of the story is on chapter 2. Again, they start traveling, the song that they have, an image for the wagon that I gave them. Then I have the first combat planning, which was a combat. I have here the music that I have, and then when it starts to rain, I switch the music to this. It's just a single click again for me to change it. Then I have this grid of the battle map, and I have and on Fantasy Grounds I did have the pieces ready. I don't have the grid ready and everything to just toss the players around and start the combat. And there is these two possible combats they may have if they went with the bridge, or if they went like through the river, risking because they want to be more stealthy. And actually, this was a funny thing, is that the group went to different routes, so I did got to experience the game master the two routes that they went. And I switched a little bit the enemies between the two routes. And then is the whole meeting the prince, the song for the place, the general description, and then I have this is for one group. This took like a whole hour. I think for the other group like just 15 minutes. But this is a very real ghost attack. So just because I want to have some silly moments from time to time.
Real ghosts.
Oh yeah, very real ghosts.
Real ghosts.
This is gonna talk up a lot of it, because it might help some people to be a little bit more loose on what to do. I just tossed out some fairies that appear on night pretending to be ghosts and being the most shitty ghost voices, literally lifting the blankets and being like, ooh, I'm a ghost. Scary, run. Nobody got scared, obviously, but that was part of it. I didn't plan for my players to be scared, and of course, as fairy as they were stealing money from the pockets and stuff like that, but it's a one-shot, doesn't really matter what happens.
Who needs money?
Yeah,
You don't need money.
it's just teasing. But if you see here, is that in the description, there really no much description here. A lot of things that ended up happening during it's just things that came up during the moment. And this is the thing that helps me with loose descriptions, because on both groups, the fairies acted very, very different. Because of how they interacted. On one group, they were being chased around and all that stuff, And the other group, they become friends with one of the players and even help them with some other things around going around. But in general, it's just this let it loose moment, and not everything has to be very tense and heavy.
True. You can have just like moments to just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Those are sometimes some of my favorite moments in a campaign. Is just moments where you can just take a breather.
Yeah, exactly. It's just to create that silly breather moment, and yeah, honestly, it's been great for groups. I'm surprised that nobody killed a fairy.
Nobody slaughtered the Fae.
I'm very surprised. Maybe because they found them too silly within the ghosting.
They're too cute to kill.
They're too cute.
Too cute, too sweet, too sweet to kill.
With the player that they stole them, with the player that they become friends with, it was Myelda.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They did.
Myelda, friend of the Fae.
Yeah, surprising, right?
So surprising. I'd never assumed that Myelda would be friends with the Fae.
Yeah, who would know that that the Archfairy will make friends with other Fae, huh?
Huh. Weird.
Weird.
Wouldn't have never guessed.
Yeah, but the thing that I did with her was that this is as a game master you can cheat. I didn't.
What was that?
I don't know.
What was that? What was that?
I didn't make a roll for this. This just happened because I decided it will happen. The first, we're gonna steal money and all that. I don't know. I think you're hearing voices, Eyeris.
I might be crazy.
Yeah, a little bit. You know.
I might be a little delulu, but I'm not that delulu.
Maybe. Yeah.
I know what I'm about.
Look over there. There's something.
I have to try harder than that to get my attention away somewhere else.
Anyway. One of the things that I did it was literally, since they were gonna quote unquote steal the stuff, they became friends with the fairy. So what I did is that at the end the fairy returned the money, but they put it on the wrong pocket. So it was just a laugh moment. Oh, they tried to steal money from me. They put it on the other pocket. It was just that. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to make it about roles. You don't have to make it about everything. Just make it easy and simple. It's a one shot. Make it short.
Have fun. That's the important part. Just have a good time.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's all that needs to happen in tabletop. Just have a good time.
Then is my fifth scene. So on my fifth scene is just the traveling back, and they get ambushed by the boss battles here. I did told my players that they were gonna have long rests between combats, because if they have long rests, they can spend all their spells, they can spend everything that they have without thinking too much about it, and makes the combat shorter, which made it easier for the combat not to last too much.
Right.
So that is a general advice I have for D&D, or if you want to keep a one-shot in a one-shot. Again, I will prepare. There is too many scenes here. These ended up being 9-hour stuff. And then there is the return to the city, and this is just a general description of you won, basically.
You did it.
You did it.
Congratulations.
And yeah, there is not much about it. It's just the epilogue, and again, I have song for every part because I want it to be a little bit more planning into it. So
a little more special.
A little more special, but there is still the sort of thing that I would recommend to have planned. Maybe not go into these many details, but especially if you're reading from an already made adventure, just write the general description of stuff, like the NPC names that will be there, general enemies, and you can see, like, for example, the general enemies here. Like here, let's say I have the here strip. There is a human, with the devils. And it's just a general description. It's not specifically which foes, which CR, and all that. And that kind of planning helped me because at the beginning, the adventure was planned for level 6 characters. So if I would gone along with level 6 characters, it will be something that, oh, I have this specific CR, this specific enemies, this specific stuff.
Right.
But it later changed it to level 3 because there were players that were new to role-playing in general. So I didn't want to throw them...
So just made some adjustments.
Yeah. So that is the thing with loose information. It's easy to make adjustment because you are not fixated on that. It's more of a mental thing on the end. And again, I made the mistakes of it lasting too long. Mainly is the whole adventure idea. It was not made for a single session, and we went all too deep into roleplay. Like in all the cases, the roleplay went too long. But you know what? We had fun. So that's the thing that
Plus,
matters.
that's always like the fun part, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I like combat, but too much combat for me gets stale.
Combat's fine, but like it's not something that I'm always super fixated on. I'm 95% of the time much more interested in just the role-playing aspect.
Yeah, I have this policy on my own that if a combat lasts more than 5 rounds, it was a combat that lasted too long already.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, 5 rounds is my ideal kind of situation where I want to have my combat end.
Where it's not too awful long, but like
it doesn't
not
take,
too short.
Yeah, it doesn't take over the whole session. And if you go and see and you go into your combats, you will notice that a lot of your combats are actually not going a lot after 6 rounds unless they're like big battles or wars or stuff like that.
Maybe I'll have to start timing out my combat sessions and see how different they are from yours.
Okay. I say that, but again, the 2 sessions before this one was only combat because it was like a big war X boss battle. So they happen. They're important too. And some of my players love combat and literally made the characters for combat. So as a game master, you do have to try to be an everyone pleaser in a sense. If not, they lose interest. But yeah, that is...
You gotta be careful about it, just in case.
Alright, so that is for one-shot planning. I'm gonna switch to offline planning just for it to be quick. There is... Only, honestly, as a game master, as a player, I have one simple advice for offline planning. Get your character sheet on a folder, get your dice on a bag that you always take, and just keep the bag always full with your character stuff. So you just grab your bag and go. And not forget the notes, not forget the cheat, not forget whatever.
Don't forget to bring snacks. Bring snacks for your table. Don't be that guy who shows up to session without snacks. This is a group project. Everybody needs to be fed.
Also, do say if you're gonna be arriving late, if you're gonna be arriving at all, and all that. I think that goes along with both sessions, online and offline.
Yeah, I feel like online and offline, you kind of have to really kind of gauge. You have to be pretty responsible about like where you're going to be like timeline wise, because I know myself, I wind up pretty frequently if I feel like I'm running behind. I am like, everybody, I'm not gonna be there right away. I gotta do something real quick. You know? I try and like give everybody a heads up.
Yeah. So exactly, it's the whole thing. It's just that at least me as a game master, the less things I have on my head, the better. And me trying to figure out if a player's gonna come or not, it feels horrible for me.
No, I imagine.
Yeah, I remember one player that got pissed off me for me just quote unquote suddenly kicking them. It was not suddenly. it was me literally asking multiple sessions, hey, are you gonna actually come to a session, basically?
You're gonna be there.
And then suddenly it's like, because if not, it helps me on planning to know. And
right.
One day I just like, you know what? It has been like 5, 6, or maybe even 10 sessions in a row, like in a row, not even like on and off. And I just say like, you know what? I'm thinking way too much if this player is gonna come or not. I just kick them and send them messages. Hey, if you actually are gonna come one day, just tell me and I'll add you back to the group. You're not kicked up permanently, but this helps me on my mind to not be thinking about it.
It helps you not have to worry about it.
And they got pissed off about it, but honestly, I just didn't care enough. It's my mental health there. And they were still my friends in general.
Well, that's good. Like, at the very least, that's like one solace of it, is still having like that friendship afterwards.
Yeah. And so even if things seem a little unreasonable at first, maybe I should have told them a little bit about it beforehand. But it happened. It just happened. And the result will have been the same. And, well, going along with this line... Oh, yeah, offline planning. Sorry, I drifted off. I drifted off to my own talking.
I mean, offline planning and online planning are pretty similar in general, right?
Yeah, but I do have to say one more thing. If you're a game master, there is one special thing that you have to have ready. And this is really, really different. Buy a 10-set kit dice pack. Have that ready. It will help you a lot to have this 10-set kit dice for 2 reasons. One, if a player forget their dice, they just can grab one from there. If you want to bring a new player, they don't need to buy dice. You can just grab one from there. And they are cheap dice. You can literally buy them for like $10 as 7-set dice on Amazon. And the other thing that it helps is that you can create this pool of dice for when players roll a fireball or roll a lot of dice. You have the lot of dice ready for them to pick and roll the fireball, the spell, the attack at the same time, without them being like, oh, everyone hand me 6-sided dice, everyone pass me this, or oh, I'm gonna roll this dice 10 times. They just can grab from the pool of dice and roll them all. Because very likely, even if your players do have their set of dice, they're not gonna have dice for the fireball.
Yeah, they're not gonna be equipped with enough dice.
It's very likely. Some fellas might be. Don't get me wrong. But
some players might come extra prepared.
But you want to be more prepared than your players, and it's just $10 for a 7-set of dice. And honestly, it's better than the cheap ones, because that way you don't feel bad about about them rolling your dice off the table. Which also get a dice, get a place for them to roll dice, because more often than not, players don't know how to roll dice, and they toss them all like it's like a fucking casino.
Sometimes it's entertaining to throw dice.
It's entertaining, but those 5 minutes of looking for the dice that land on the floor, not as fun sometimes.
Don't listen to Toshi. It's the funnest thing that's ever happened. It's like 52 card pickup. You just gotta go for it. You'll have a blast, I promise.
You had a blast. At least don't do it with the D4. That thing is a call drop. But yeah,
it's like stepping on Legos, but somehow worse.
Oh yeah. But yeah, if there's anything to buy or anything, that is the only actual thing I recommend to buy. The rest, you can figure out on your own. You can literally, if you want to make your Game Master screen or whatever, you can use it, you cannot use it, or you can literally lift books and put the books as a Game Master screen.
True. I've noticed too, a lot of core books recently have been coming with GM screens.
Oh yeah. They are something helpful because you can put notes on them. Honestly, I don't usually read a lot of the Game Master screen stuff. And I did purchase one that you can put the sheets of whatever you want in them, so that makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, there is honestly not a lot in all. I know if I'm gonna say, oh, you should buy this or that. Okay, if I go with that, the most useful thing besides having the lot of dice full, the other only thing is dry eraser map. That is the only other thing that has been useful for me.
I hadn't considered that like an option or something that you would want, but it does make sense.
Yeah, so I do recommend one of the hard ones, or at least to tape it or you know, use a heart thing, because if you just get these scrolls that are very cheap, it's gonna be always on scrolling. It's gonna be a little bit troublesome to put the characters and all that, and you don't even need like pieces to replace the characters, because a lot of people do like the gummy bear thing, or put dice as characters, or do coins. But you can even just use a different color markers, or like, oh, blue markers are characters, and you just write the first letter of their name for where the character is at. Dry eraser maps are honestly the only other thing that I found very helpful, but they're not necessary in all cases. So for me to say like, oh, definitely buy that, it's not enough. It depends if you are somebody that likes to play a lot on a grid.
Right.
And
I mean, grid play can be pretty fast and loose too. Like, well, not grid play, but I've found recently to have been doing a lot of combat that isn't quite like movement centric. It's mostly just theater of the mind sort of stuff. And honestly, I've been quite enjoying it.
Yeah, so
not having to account for that movement, being able to kind of freeform your turns, that's been really enjoyable.
Yeah, I have done the two in a mix of both, and a mix of both is something that I like to do a lot on combat that I don't think is that important. What is the mix of both is that you technically have the map, but the distances really don't matter. It's
right,
like you're engaged melee, or you're not engaged melee. That is basically the concept of it.
Right.
Or
it's fun.
There is a third distance that is like, oh, this person is too far for you to reach. They're over a tower or whatever. But that is usually more rarely the case. Usually it's just the skirmish of, oh, you're in the vanguard or you're in the rear guard.
Right.
If you want to get to the rear guard of the enemy, you either have to have a skill or just go around it if it's possible. And if it's not possible for any reason, I just tell them, hey, you need to go to the vanguard first.
Right.
Most of the cases they can go around, and they ask me, oh, how far is it? You can reach it. That's my answer. You can.
Just go for it.
Yeah. And they're like, but how far is it? You can.
Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Why not? Do it.
Oh, but I want to know if it's too far, if they're with advantage or disadvantage, whatever you want. Well, I don't want disadvantage. Then don't do it.
Then don't worry about it.
And it makes combat fast. It does make combat fast. And you don't lose a lot. Once you play more than once, because some players feel like a little bit cheated about it. I have been told this. But once they lose a little bit more on it, they like realize that it's actually kind of the same thing, especially with rooms like, oh, this is a 30 for 30 room. You know what? You really would have reached anyways.
Right. Yeah. You're gonna be able to go wherever the fuck you want to go, pretty much.
Yeah. And that is what I call a mix of theater of the mind, because you really have like I have the character represented that they're engaged, so just so people don't ask all the time like, oh, is he on melee? No, he's not. Like, just look at the board. Everything that you see on melee is on melee. Everything that you don't see on melee is not on melee. It's just like making this script. Okay, but now let's switch to online play.
This is my space. I'm always online. All of my games are online.
I thought we were on YouTube and Twitch.
No, we're on MySpace.
Damn.
You didn't know that?
You took cover again?
Or am I not? We're in my house.
You and your retro.
My cafe. It's good. It's cool. It's good. And MySpace isn't retro. It still exists.
Alright. I'm gonna paint the walls.
So, for the most part, when I look to, I feel like all of the GM side planning is pretty similar across the board, even for online play. But the biggest thing for online play is just being like, how do I put it? Being ready to do things a little bit differently, because I feel like there's a lot more that you have to juggle weirdly with online play, you know?
Yeah. One of the things
Like, you're juggling your chat commands, you're juggling, if you're a GM, you're juggling music, you're juggling a separate map, you're juggling assets, you're juggling handouts.
You can ask your player to handle the music. It's a secret. Yeah, you're handling all that, and the other thing that you're also handling is the virtual tabletop itself. And depending on how tech-wise your players are, you might also be trying to screen share without revealing too much.
Right. I mean, I personally have always used Roll20. I mean, that's just me, though.
I have used multiple.
I really like Roll20 personally, but I've heard a lot of people seem to prefer Fantasy Grounds as of late.
I prefer Fantasy Grounds. I started using it during the pandemic. The thing that I like is that as a game master, it doesn't tell me, hey, your image is too large. You have to put a 5 megabyte image for your map. That is honestly the biggest thing of it.
I guess that's like the biggest drawback for Roll20, yeah.
Yeah, the bad thing about Fantasy Grounds is that you have to get the Game Master license. It doesn't matter if you see like, oh, you can only have the player license now. Just get the Game Master license. And it's kind of pricey, and you also have to pay for the model. So it's kind of... But I do gotta say, it's cheaper. The models are cheaper on Fantasy Grounds that are on Roll20.
I mean, in a way, yeah, but you can also make your own tokens.
Yeah, you can also make your own tokens in Fantasy Grounds.
Roll20, for the most part, is genuinely, like, almost entirely free.
I gotta say, I would suggest Roll20 for one-shots and quick things. Fantasy Grounds is definitely something you want to have more planning and more time prepare on it than Roll20. Roll20 is something more for me, it's something that you grab, you put it there, and that's it.
Nah, son. All of my games are rolled through Roll20.
And that's fine. Roll20 is a good...
It's all good.
Roll20 is a good one. My only drawback, again, is you have to put a 5 megabytes image.
File size will be an issue regardless of where you go, really.
Not with Fantasy Grounds. It's peer-to-peer, baby! It's only on my computer. No server stealing it. Yeah, but going along with it, I have figured found D&D Beyond personally more because I have been too much money into it. Be workable. I mean, I don't know how D&D Beyond BTT is ready or not, like the virtual actual tabletop. There is some nice thing to figure out. The good thing about it is that it's automated, so if you're playing D&D, it's like you're playing D&D. It already has all the D&D stuff without you worrying too much about it. One of the ones I recommend for fast play, if you literally don't even have a map or anything, is you like forgot completely about it and you're not prepared, is Old Bear Rodeo. I think you can even use it without making an account. It's just online. It's very simple. I don't recommend it over Roll20. It's just literally I forgot to do everything, and I just need a map with tokens. That for me is Old Bear Rodeo. But yeah, with it doesn't matter if you use Fantasy Grounds. If you use Roll20 as a game master, learn the tool. Toss around, move things around, learn about the layers, how they work, how do you roll rise, how you roll with advantage, how your players will roll, how to spend the money. Every single, if it has a button, experience it. Experience
Push
it.
the button.
Push it. push the button.
Touch it. Touch it.
I want to infer D&D is the cheapest and the most expensive hobby you can get. Yeah, but that is most of the hobbies, to be honest. Hobbies are expensive as you want it to. And that is kind of not true. The most expensive and cheapest one, even if I say that, is Warhammer.
Yeah.
Cheapest? Yeah, you can get into a tabletop one. And
You
just
can get
into
into
the lore.
tabletop Warhammer for super cheap. You can listen to the lore for cheap.
Yeah,
You can go watch the Emperor had a text-to-speech device, and you'll be fucking golden.
Yeah.
That is like no joke. That is actually like bar none my favorite way to introduce people to Warhammer.
And if you
I think it's genuinely like the best thing.
It's just that the lore is so good, honestly.
So good, so funny, and you don't have to know Warhammer to get into it. It will teach you everything you need to know.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, the other thing you can do if you want to play the war game is you can play on a virtual tabletop too. There are virtual tabletops for that, like the tabletop simulator. Even if it's not free, that's very cheap, and you can actually play the war game there. I guarantee you there are assets for it, and yeah, that's cheap. But if you wanna get into tournaments,
that's not free.
Be ready to spend so much.
You're gonna go into credit card debt, baby.
I am not joking. You're gonna at least spend $2,000.
Cause I'm gonna be real with you, kits aren't cheap, models aren't cheap, building an army, not cheap at all. Like, if I Google right now how much on average to build a Warhammer army. A 2,000 part army, standard size, with some hobby supplies, is $815.
That is, honestly, I don't think they consider the new prices because they raised it recently. Even
probably.
Further. And it depends on the army. If it's custodes, yeah, there's gonna be even money to spare. But that is for the models, Iris. If you want to go into official
we're not even going into boards, we're not even going into painting, getting your codex,
painting,
yep.
Getting the basically the board to play at. Paint is fucking expensive. And tournaments actually do require paint. Like the official tournaments. Regular tournaments, your game store tournaments will likely won't require it. People look at you not weirdly, but they will be like, oh, okay, that's a gray army. But for official tournaments, big tournaments, you have to have it painted. And this is a fun thing for if somebody here actually wants to get into a war game. Don't buy more than one of each character, because by the time you finish painting, the rooster of what is meta or not is gonna change. Like the characters that are useful are gonna change. Some people might even lose characters and not be usable anymore. So don't grab the legacy characters unless you really like them and you just want to have them for having them.
You will need to, and the thing is, like, once you get into it and you find something that you really like, I'm sure you'll be like perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But it does take a little bit.
Yeah. Printing, official tournaments, yeah. Non-official tournaments, some people, depending on where you go, they might be like, no, we only use official Warhammers. Some places you might go like, oh, I like this printed model more than the original. It's like, dude, literally, it's just all the same models with boobs. Yeah, and like them more like this. Okay, weirdo. But a lot of people are actually very chill about it, because big part of the Warhammer wargame community is painters. There are more painters than players, and painters don't really care about the game itself. They're gonna be like, "Oh, cool, I like it."
Gotta do like a tiny little community shout out for Danny.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah. Champion King.
Danny and Jack. Y'all got your shit together. They do some great mini painting, and honestly, I love it.
Let's actually show
Yeah,
them
can
out.
we find Danny's? Yeah. A community shout out for fucking. Yeah.
Yeah, commission for fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You hear
Let's
right.
do
That's literally what I said.
shout out.
It's literally here. They're on the words.
Things.
Didn't get them wrong this time.
There's Danny. I don't think I can do another shout out right away.
Some stores might be like that petty because they want you to buy stuff from them. The thing that I'm gonna say on stores is that yeah, do support your stores, do buy stuff from them. Think it more of as playing for your table. If your store doesn't charge for you to have a table, if your store has to charge for having a table there, don't buy from them, or you get cheaper. You're already paying. You're already supporting them. Just going there.
I can't shout out Jack. Damn it.
You cannot? Oh, let me.
No. Hold on.
Oh,
I did Danny.
Oh, I think I need to. Do I need to? I think I'm not following Jack. Maybe. Let me fix that.
You got a quote channel on your server, right, Iris? Nope. There's a clip channel if you want to put that in there. I'll use it for content later down the line. Nah, it just says that I need to wait a second before I give another shout out.
Oh, okay. Because I thought I was already following Jack. Very much, I think. Oh no, I didn't follow Jack. I'm fixing that. I thought I was following everyone of your community.
I sent you the command if you want to do the shout out for me since it's not working.
Yeah, just gonna do it. Oh wait, did this work? Because I did it on the wrong thing.
It should.
Oh, it didn't work.
Just slash shout out right in chat.
Oh, 30 seconds before another shout out. God damn it.
Damn it, it's because we've already shouted somebody out. I hate it here. Don't worry. We'll count down the time until we can give Jack spotlight.
Yeah, so a lot of the community is actually very chill, and you should not really worry about it. If not, it's chill. You make it chill.
Listen. If somebody gatekeeps Warhammer from you, tell me about it, because I'll come kick their ass for you.
Yeah. I
don't tolerate that shit.
They'll just get into their Norwegian computer and, you know, destroy it. Expose their search history.
I'm gonna expose their search history. Let me in there. If somebody starts gatekeeping you, like legitimately, do not listen to them. They're stupid.
Yeah, they're being stupid, literally. I gotta say, the one of the big reasons I'm getting into a war game is because the people that I have gotten onto is very chill, and my experience in general with everyone that I have met, they are super chill.
The Warhammer community is actually full of a lot of really nice people.
Can
I do? Yeah! Alright, we got Jack.
Yay, we got Jack now.
Yay!
Nice.
I'm gonna eat the rest of my ice cream.
But yeah, no, we're saying that if somebody gatekeeps Warhammer from you, just tell Eyeris. She's gonna hack their computer.
I'll kill him.
Yeah, straight up kill them. It's a very chill community. Don't worry too much about people being petty. And this is something that I even saw a joke at, which is getting also into Warhammer recently. Post about it that somebody was being pissed about he using printed. That's uncommon. That is not common. That is the place that he went to. And honestly, if it ever happens and you don't have another way to deal with it, just call them proxies. Say, oh, you're saving money and you're using those for now. And if they are not even chill enough for proxies, honestly, you're wasting your time with those people.
My biggest advice from getting into Warhammer is to just really take your time. Find a part of Warhammer that you really like. I know a lot of people seem to be drawn to a lot of the Xenos races, and I think those are really cool. I'm personally an Imperium bitch. I wish I was more cool than you guys, but I'm not. I picked the most basic answer, which was
I-
human, but there's so many flavors of human, even.
Oh, Pine is really big into Imperium too.
I love the Imperium. I love the hopelessness of mankind and our perseverance to survive a hostile environment.
He particularly likes
You're a Cadian?
Cadia.
My favorite guard regiment is the Talarian Desert Raiders.
Yeah, we were watching one of the videos for Cadia the other day.
Cadia's neat.
It
Original
is neat.
Cadia is really cool, and then I love the idea that Cadia gets to live on through general recruitment in the surrounding area. It's really neat. It's one of my favorite little bits.
Yeah. Cadia stands. Cadia fucking stands.
Cadia stands.
Yeah, but honestly, for anyone that's not aware of Warhammer, Cadia basically are the hell divers of the human without hell diving. They're
Think of
just in
Cadia
her-
as like your basic Green Army men, but
Yeah.
for the Imperium.
of the guys.
Oh, the
It's kind of
Catachan and then the Krieg.
fun.
Yeah, Kriegers are pretty neat. I do also like Catachan. I'm not super big into either of those. I know. Who else did we have in our little ragtag? We had a tabletop. I've done just about every setting you can do for tabletop for Warhammer.
For
I've done Only War, which is Imperial Guard, and we did.
for
Our commander was Cadian.
oh,
I was a Tauran Desert Raider.
interesting. For me,
Oh, go ahead.
I am more into I'm into 2, which is kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1,000 Suns and basically what is Custodes and the agents.
Inquisition?
Yeah, Inquisition.
Yeah, I like the Inquisition too. My Psyker's an Inquisition.
Fucking Inquisition. Huh, I heard you smelled demon here.
I love the different Ordos. I think that they're really interesting.
Oh yeah, they are. They definitely are.
I think if I had to pick, what's your? Would you say that Tzeentch is your favorite Chaos God then?
Yeah, definitely Tzeentch.
Mine's Khorne.
Corn. You distracting.
Yeah. Blood for the Blood God.
Love for the blood
Skulls
god.
for the Skulls for the Skull's Throne.
His bigger desire, the orcs.
No. See, the orcs worship what is it? Like Gork and Mork?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, Gork and Mork.
yeah, they praise them, but he desires the orcs, you know.
I feel like Khorne would love to have the orcs if Gork and Mork weren't so prominent in their lives.
Yeah, like it's basically impossible. Like there might be one outlier, but honestly, it's basically impossible.
I also just love how the orcs are just so fueled by imagination. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah. There's one video I need to watch. I watched it the other time with Pine.
Mhm.
It's called All Bella. It's about Jarek, and a story told by
Oh
the orcs.
yeah.
Have you watched that one?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, I fucking love it. Fucking love it. Okay. Oh, other things
What?
for online preparation. Honestly, I think we handle it with online preparation.
Honestly, I feel like we've got everything just about. I don't think there's anything left.
Yeah, we need to watch more. We can watch more later after I eat after the stream, Pine.
Yeah, it's about. Look at the time.
Yeah, it's about time.
It's about time.
And I think
Why
it's
that?
this is a good place to end it. I'm having a lot of
I
fun
feel
today
like it.
talking. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have some more for you next time around. It'll be
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks, bi-weekly. Come join us next time around, and we'll
Mhm.
find something fun. What do you want to do next time?
Did we agree on the next stream?
I don't think we did we?
I don't know if we did. I think we discussed about it and we might have forgotten, but we can talk about it then later.
Yeah, we'll just talk about it later before we settle down.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Get ready and enjoy your D&D session.
Bye. Have fun.
Bye, everyone.
I've got a session in 2 hours too.
Yay!
Yay!
End the stream now. It was fun, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for coming. We'll see you guys next